Okay, here's a look at some of my favorites in 2024 from the mainline retail category. And the same thing like I did with my legends. I'm going to select 5 nominees by process of elimination. So out of everything that you see here, I'm going to now select 5 nominees to be entered into the top 3 favorites for 2024 in the mainline retail category. Okay, before I select my 5 nominees, let me first just point out that all of these figures are actually pretty nice. There's just little nitpicky things here and there with each one of them, but I do have to be extremely nitpicky with each one to rule them out, because all of these cannot enter for my top 3 favorites for 2024 in the mainline retail category. So with that said, let's start off first here with this little guy, Bumblebee. So when this came out, yeah, this was really cool, because this, in my opinion, I think is the best version of a G1 Bumblebee that we got in terms of the sculpt. Yeah, it's done really nice. I mean, you could argue the Netflix War for Cybertron Bumblebee is really nice, but that's not really the G1. It does have a nice alt mode, a more realistic alt mode. But anyways, this one. And like I said, I have to be really nitpicky. This is a Studio Series line, so this is where they're trying to capture all the Toon aesthetics. And when it came out, the most disappointing thing was the black windows. That's not Toon accurate or screen accurate. So what the heck was that about? But thanks to Toy Hacks, they did give us these powder blue stickers for the windows, so you could see it. It just makes the figure look like the way it should have looked in the first place. And then you always hear me complain about the black. Yeah, they're still kind of black, but at least they're not, the jet black. It should have been a lighter gray. But those are my little nitpicky things. But overall, you could see it's nicely sculpted. The transformation engineering is done really well. It's fun to play with. And really looking forward to getting the cliff jumper in this mode. But anyways, this is Bumblebee, and this is actually pretty good. So this is my first nominee in my top 3 favorites. And then continuing on, let's look at Gears. So this, yeah, when this came out, yeah, this was cool, because you're just getting more characters to complete your collection of all the missing characters. Still missing Sea Spray, Power Glide, and stuff like that. But yeah, this was really cool. And what's cool is it does, have that gimmick. So you can open this up to kind of replicate that scene from the cartoon. It's not painted, because it's a mainline retail, but it's still really nice. But in terms of all the little nitpicky things, I do like the Toon accuracy, and little things like this bug me, like his inner elbow is gray. It should be all blue. His chest should be red here, not this gray plastic coating the wheels. They know that. They just, yeah, I don't know why they do those kinds of things. I think, yeah, his hands also. But one of the issues is this. This is actually on the back of the vehicle. That just looks really odd. I think I pointed out in my review, they should have probably used this as a ball joint so you could flip it, rotate it, and have it down. And then this wouldn't be sticking on the back. But anyways, because of that and the way they sculpted this alt mode, I think they could have sculpted the alt mode to be a little bit more Toon accurate. Yeah, he is going to have to be eliminated. And then, moving on, let's take a look here at the Legacy Origins Wheeljack. So look at this. First of all, this was really cool because we got another Origins figure to go with our Origins Bumblebee and Origins Jazz. Yeah, this was really cool. I really like the alt mode, but a lot of people have the complaints about, you know, all these panel kibbles exposed. For me, like I said, certain things don't bother me when I understand how and why it's like that. I mean, to get that nice alt mode, it does need to be a panel former, so I can understand. But yeah, I do have to acknowledge the people's complaint, because when you compare it to what Wheeljack should look like, there's obviously a difference. But yeah, I do like the transparent green color, but you know, they are going for this powdered blue look. So yeah, unfortunately, because of these things that people complain about, he is going to have to be eliminated. And then, since we went over the Wheeljack, we might as well go over the Wheeljack. But let's zoom out here, because we cannot go over Wheeljack without going over the other figures that came with it, which was the Jazz, the Hound, the Trailbreaker, and Sunstreaker. And this came out in that 5-pack, which kind of sucks for some people, because the only way you could get this Hound is if you buy this 5-pack. And that's the main reason why people got this, including me. It's because I really wanted this Hound. This is a really nice Hound. But again, I have to really be nitpicky to rule figures out. And a lot of people complain about the alt mode, that gap. For me, like I told you, certain things don't bother me when I understand. I do like the simple design, fewer parts, easy transformation. And it's a mainline retail, so I expect those kinds of things. But people have issues with that. And then the Wheeljack, like I was telling you, as nice as this is with the powder blue to be consistent with the other characters, and the gray instead of the black, which I do like, my issue with this is the 638. That's not tune accurate. You know they know that. That's a very frustrating thing always about Hasbro. They do these things on purpose. So there's an issue with that. And then with Jazz, man, how many Jazz do we get? Still waiting for the other one to come out. But the issue I have with this, 14. What the f is up with this? Yeah, they always have to do something to mess this all up. And the Trailbreaker, this is the way the Trailbreaker should have came in the first place. I mean, zoom out. The nice dark gray color, not the black. The nice powder blue with the non-Neff production upgrade set for his cannon here on his forearm. Yeah, I mean, this is really nice. Unfortunately, it comes with the 5-pack, so yeah, he's going to be judged with these others. And just like Trailbreaker, this Sunstreaker with this nice orange yellow color and the baby blue. I'm not going to go over all the details, but you know, you could see how they tried to capture more of the tune aesthetics. Really nice. This one also has the non-Neff production upgrade. It's another really nice figure, but it comes together as a 5-pack with the 2 issues here. And yeah, you know, that gap here. So unfortunately, these guys are also going to have to be eliminated. And then let's take a look at this guy here. Swoop, my favorite Dinobot, because he's special. He could fly, unlike the other Dinobots. The leader has a gray chest. The other Dinobots have a red chest. He's special. He could fly, so he has a nice blue colored chest. I really like this. And yeah, what was cool is you can complete your set of the Dinobots. But the little nitpicky things, you know, I think his lower beak here is a little short. I think it should have been longer. But another issue is the red here It should have been painted all the way up to the front. So that's an easy fix. So that's an issue that I have. But the biggest complaint I have is that they did not give us a display stand for the $55-$60 liter price that we're paying for this. That's really upsetting. It's nice they gave us a sword, but then they gave us a Grimlock sword, which doesn't make sense because they should have given us the sword with Grimlock in the first place. But like I said, the biggest complaint is this does not come with a display stand. And, they could have easily done that. I mean, they don't have a problem putting in all these ports all over the place. They could have easily put one on the bottom and gave us a display stand, which wouldn't have cost that much and definitely would justify the $55-$60 price point. So because of that, this is going to have to be eliminated. And then let's go over some Decepticons now. So here is the Megatron, and not that Soundwave, but this Soundwave already in his alt mode, and the Shockwave. This came in that Dramatic Capture series. Yeah, so first of all, like I said, all of these are really nice. I mean, what's cool about this is this does have that nice finish now, with the metallic. And here, all the details are all painted the way it should have been done in the very first place. His shins are gray, so this is more tune accurate. Unfortunately, this does have some issues with the tolerance. Like his feet here, they don't really stand, and I had to kind of mistransform it. Like his heels are supposed to go all the way up, but I kind of put it down a little bit to help him stand. But you could see there are tolerance issues here. I did have to actually unscrew his hip, take it apart, and put a little Elmer's glue, so his hips right here are not flopping around like down here. So there's a tolerance issue. And then the transformation here, yeah, there's just some issues. I don't like the way that was designed. I'm not going to complain about the alt mode because I think we already know Megatron is never going to be a gun unless we get the, the reissues of those G1. I forgot what it's called. Yeah, that's the only way we can get another gun, but not done in the current style. But anyways, some of the issues here with the Megatron, the tolerance is already knocking everybody over. Let's see if we can get him to stand here. Just transform his heel. And then the same issue here with the Shockwave. This is the way we should have got it in the first place, not with all those body parts forming thing to whatever that thing was. But you see the nice purple color. Unfortunately, this purple back, they should have done something like what Magic Square did, the review I recently did. Gave you like a purple backpack cover. That would have been a nice fix, but the main issue for me, the Shockwave, it's just his backpack. And then this Soundwave, you could see what he looks like in alt mode. And it's disappointing. They should have given us a buzzsaw. How many of the Soundwaves and Laserbeak are they going to give us? But this is done the same way like the Megatron. Has that nice metallic finish, kind of like the G1 toy. And here you could see they painted this a red stripe, but not on this side. So little nitpicky things. Like I said, I have to be extremely nitpicky. And because of those, these guys are also going to have to be eliminated. And then, since we went over the Soundwave, we might as well go over the Legacy Soundwave. So first of all, this is cool that finally we get a buzzsaw. And it just looks really cool. I mean, something about a figure that they're not giving us, and then when we finally get it, it just makes it really exciting. So yeah, it's nice to finally have this buzzsaw. Really cool. And it comes with the Legacy Soundwave. And in terms of this mold of the Soundwave, I think this is probably the best that we're going to get, because you could see his forearms has that red stripe. His gun here has a red stripe. Up here has that red stripe. But little nitpicky things, I mean, that's not tune accurate. It's not even completely G1 toy accurate. So, yeah. But I do like the alt mode. This is the best version that they have, and the accessory that you get with the buzzsaw, I think this is really, really cool. So, he's actually going to be nominated into my top 3 favorites. And since we went over Soundwave, we might as well go over his nemesis, the Blaster. And the first thing that comes up to me is all the complaints people have, you know, who bought the Siege or Legacy version, and then this one comes out and they're all debating whether they should buy it or not. I don't know if you get it, but that's what Hasbro purposely does. And, you know, I consider myself very fortunate that I can get these. But now I have the issue, what do I do with the Siege version or the Legacy version? But yeah, the cool thing about this one is more tune accurate. You could see with that nice gray chest detail. And they cleaned up the little things I didn't like, such as the black here and the black bicep and thighs. Now it's the dark gray color. So they did a better job trying to turn this into more tune accurate, the way it should have came in the first place. But they did that because they're trying to make you buy more of the same mold. But anyways, that's what's cool. And I didn't bring it out, but this one also came with the eject figure. And what's cool is that one is not the transparent. So it's actually the, you know, the nice colored figure. So that's what's cool about this. And actually, you know, despite how other people feel about it, I mean, I feel you. I mean, you shouldn't have to buy 2 of these. This is what Hasbro should have given us in the first place. But, you know, because, you know, I do like it aesthetically, especially with the little eject figure. Yeah, I'm also going to have to nominate him into my top 3 favorites. And then, don't be fooled. Don't think that this is going to be number 1, because like I said, I have to be really nitpicky. So first of all, you know, let's zoom in and just acknowledge what a lot of people have already pointed out. This is probably the best mainline retail Optimus that we have ever gotten in terms of capturing the tune aesthetics. One of my friends on the YouTube, I do agree with them, you know, with the white hips, white thighs. I mean, I totally love that too. I mean, that's the way it should be, not this silver that replicates more the G1 toy. But, you know, like I said, they're not going 100% tune. They are doing kind of like the stylized fusion, because you could see there are these little extra sculpted in detail, which makes the figure look nice. So I'm just pointing out it's not going to be 100% tune accurate like we get with Magic Square and New Age, even X-Transbots and Fans Toys. But for mainline retail, they did a nice job. I mean, the transformation on this engineering is so amazing. It's just, you know, little things. This doesn't bother me, because again, when I understand why, it doesn't bother me. But people complain about the back. And then there's obviously a QC. You know, the first release, these heels are upside down. But the major issues is the tolerance, this thing, that's not good. And then the head, you could see he can't look up, because that's an easy fix. They could have just cut out the back a little bit so the head can rotate up, but it doesn't. So there's an issue. Yeah, and then I guess you can consider this an issue some people don't like. Doesn't bother me, because I understand it's needed for the transformation. And then some people don't like these, I don't know what they're called, but the gaps here. But what's cool, and you know, I'm just pointing out the positive things. You have the chamber for the Matrix. It opens up. It's nicely sculpted, but not painted because it's a mainline retail. So cool feature. So this is really a great figure. And you can't go over it without the trailer as well. And I really like this trailer because this is tune accurate. They took out that blue stripe, which is from the G1 toy. It should be more like the cartoon. And then this does come with all those cool accessories in here. His battle axe and stuff. The gray roller, tune accurate. Although they could have easily made it so he goes in the correct way like the G1 toy. But the cool accessory about this, as you all know, is this one comes with those blast effects. You know, when he goes up, launching in the air, transforming in the movie. So this is really a cool feature. So yeah, like I said, there's, you know, a lot of positives with this figure. Definitely tune accurate as well. So he's obviously going to be nominated into my top 3 favorites. And then last, let's come up closer. We have our season 3 characters, the Springer and the Sandstorm. So first of all, this is the way it should have came in the first place. You know, it's just so frustrating that they do things like this. Comes with extra accessories and stuff, but like I said, I have to be really nitpicky, and he doesn't stand so well because, you know, they should have done something to fix the feet here, or at least given you screws instead of a pin so you could tighten it up. But yeah, there's that's actually the one issue that I have with this figure. So because of that, I mean, you should be able to see he doesn't really stand very well. He's going to have to be eliminated because they should have done something to fix that. But it is a nice looking figure, more tune accurate. And then the Sandstorm. Yeah, this guy's really cool. And actually, in my opinion, I think all 3 modes look really cool. Not really tune accurate, but, you know, I do like the way they did the engineering and stuff. Little nitpicky things I don't like, such as, you know, his forearms here and thighs. You know, they're the black instead of the dark gray. And if I'm not mistaken, I think his hands are also supposed to be the black or the dark gray. So, and then get rid of these little details that should be more tune accurate. But the biggest issue for me with this is his head. That's not really tune accurate. Why'd they give us the toy version? Oh, please, third party, somebody give us a replacement head. But anyways, yeah, I think this is, overall, I think this is really a great figure. For a triple changer, for all 3 modes to look pretty good. The engineering, the articulation, all that's really cool. Just the little nitpicky things. So, considering how nice this figure is, he is going to be nominated into my top 3 favorites. So the top 5 nominations are obviously the Sandstorm, the Legacy Soundwave that came with this really nice buzzsaw. Let me see if I could put him up here without falling. The Studio Series Blaster, this really nice Studio Series Bumblebee, and the Studio Series Optimus Prime. So these are my 5 nominees for my top 3 favorites for 2024 in the Mainline Retail Collection. Okay, here's a look at my 5 nominees, including the nice eject figure that came with the Studio Series Blaster, that are entered into my top 3 favorites for 2024 in the Mainline Retail category. So for second runner-up, I'm going to have to say it's going to be, I'm going to say it's going to have to be the Soundwave. Because, you know, in robot and alt mode, I think they did a nice job. Plus, this actually is probably the big benefit is finally we get to complete more characters in our collection, which is the Buzzsaw. So yeah, he is my second runner-up or third place. So let's put him aside back here. And let me just explain why the blaster doesn't make it. As much as this is a really nice figure, the gray instead of the black, the, you know, fixing this chest with the gray detail, the nice eject figure. Yeah, the alt mode I don't think is as tune accurate as the Soundwave, so that's why he is eliminated. And out of these three, with the first runner-up is going to go to, you guessed it, it's this little guy, Bumblebee. Even though they gave us the black windows, and the only thing that's saving you, Hasbro, is that Toy Hacks gave us these nice powder blue stickers. So yeah, that just made it look better. Unfortunately, you didn't make this all black. It is a little dark still, but you know, at least it's not black. So this is the first runner-up or second place. And then first place, you guessed it. I mean, everyone knew that probably right from the beginning. It's the Studio Series Optimus Prime. Just simply because, look at this. I mean, I have to agree with what a lot of people said. This is the best version of Optimus Prime we have gotten in the mainline collection. So, yeah, he's obviously the winner, first place. And I just have to tell you, the only reason why he didn't get it was because his head is not really tune accurate. So, that's it. These are your winners. Let me put them this way. So, third place goes to the Soundwave, the Legacy Soundwave that came with the really nice Buzzsaw figure that we should have gotten a long time ago. And then second place goes to this really nice Studio Series Bumblebee with the powder blue windows from Toy Hacks. Because, yeah, it's just a really nice figure to transform, play around with. So, yeah. And then, obviously, you knew it from the beginning. It was going to be the Optimus Prime. There's just... Oh, man. That's why I bought 4 of these. But anyways, yeah, this is your winner. It's a really great figure. So again, third place goes to the Legacy Soundwave. Second place goes to the Studio Series Bumblebee. And first place goes to the Studio Series Optimus Prime.